good evening. Why teens don't pick up the phone anymore? Okay, cell phones were invented so people could talk anytime, anywhere, but today they are used to almost everything except talking, especially by teenagers. For most young people, the phone is no longer mainly used for calling. Instead, it's a tool for other forms of communication like texting or messages on apps such as Snapchat or Instagram. Of course, teenagers make or answer calls sometimes, but usually only in special situations, such as emergencies, urgent questions, or when a parent is calling. According to Anne Cordier, an expert in information and communication science, when teenagers choose text based communication over phone calls, it doesn't mean they are lazy or rude. It's just a part of how they communicate. In fact, it's often their way of setting boundaries in a world where people feel they are expected to be available all the time. Sometimes I leave my phone on silent mode on purpose, 17-year-old Elsa told Cordier in a conversation. That way I can have some peace. Cordier says, when a teenager ignores a phone call, it doesn't mean they are rejecting the person. It just means being available is no longer something to be expected. In fact, unexpected calls can even feel rude to teenagers. For them, it's polite to check if the person is free before calling. I can understand that. Not answering the phone also gives young people some control. While answering it means there is no time to prepare what to say, which for many teenagers feel uncomfortable. That sounds like Japanese people. On the other hand, texting feels safer because they can write, delete, and rewrite until they are ready. They can also wait before replying, which makes the exchange calmer and less pressured. Older generations may still see phone calls as personal and caring, but the younger generations who are growing up in a hyper-connected world find the same comfort in text, silence, or even a simple emoji. In the end, neither generation is wrong. They just follow different rules of communication. Ow. Ow. My baby. You're licking my hand and now biting, huh? Ooh. Yes, yes. Hey, discussion. Do you tend to prefer texting or calling? I prefer texting, but if it gets longer, I prefer calling. How often do you ignore calls from people you know? I usually don't ignore, but actually Japanese people don't call each other like teenagers like this. We text first and ask, do you have time to call? Can we talk, on the phone? Things like that. So, do you ever check to see if a person is free before calling? Yes, actually always. Is there anyone you often have long phone calls with? Not anymore. And actually I didn't. Do you know anyone who never answers the phone? Not never, but yeah. Further discussion. What do you usually do first when you pick up your phone? Hello, say hello, isn't it? How often do you check your phone during the day? Oh, too many times. Do you think you'd be able to go a day without using your phone? I can. I just don't. Do you ever feel too connected because of your phone? Not really. If you had kids, at what age would you let them have their first phone? When they are 13, I think. My older one got it on 15. Then my younger one will have it on that same age. Yeah.